Hey guys, what's going on? This is HydroxideAnt. Welcome to Background Noise, episode 413. I am joined today by Marlon.
Hello.
And myself, of course. And Double Tap, thanks for tuning in, my man. Very much appreciated. Hope to see you
Bye,
around
Double
a little later.
Tap.
Before I go, what is this? This isn't Discord. Yeah, this is TeamSpeak. We do the podcast out of TeamSpeak every single week because I actually like the audio quality better, personally. But thanks for hanging out for a bit, Double Tap. Before I go, hope you're having a nice day, friendo. And so our question of the week is, what is something that never seems to fail to calm you down?
Girls?
Is
So
there
like it
something
always
that
calms you down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for looking, Prez. Very much appreciated, my man. What is something that that always calms you down?
So depends on when I'm drinking it, but a cup of coffee
Okay.
is always relaxing. I just love I love brewing a cup of coffee. I just love the smell. It's great, and then drinking it afterwards is a great way to start. And if not that, then eating a waffle. Eating a waffle.
Of
is
course.
always great. It's waffles, man. You can't go wrong with a waffle.
And we're gonna make waffles. Was Donkey your
Waffles.
favorite character in Shrek?
I like Donkey, yes.
Okay. But favorite?
I can't say I have a favorite.
Oh, interesting.
They're all such wonderful characters.
Okay. Alright. Very politically correct answer. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Don't want to offend any Donkey enthusiasts or Shrek enthusiasts.
Of course not. I'm not trying to start a riot.
I am. What?
Oh. Wait.
Okay.
I'll play Valorant? No, I'm sure.
No. For me, it actually is like sitting down and like petting my dogs,
That's great.
like walking away from whatever. And
Hey,
then
can I
just-
change my answer?
I would like to change my answer to walk away and petting your dogs, please. What? I don't. How did he do that? Was he allowed to do that? I would like to answer this guy's wife too. It's, great Reddit. So, part of what we're going to be doing tonight on the podcast is we're going to be going through some Pokemon. So, are these the 3 Pokemon you want on this team, no matter what?
That's... Oh, I didn't realize it saved when I sent that to you.
Yeah.
Those are just the Pokemon that I had on that team specifically.
Okay.
Where did it go? Here it is. Yeah, so I thought Glaceon and Sandslash might go well together because Sandslash could be used as a hazard remover.
Okay.
And then I just added Armaldo because Armaldo looks so derpy and I love him. And I've never seen him used, like, ever.
Let's look at Armaldo real fast. So let's see if there's a reason he's not used.
He is in Smogon. He's considered untiered.
Okay. So what he does well is physical attack, and he has good defense. He does carry not many weaknesses, but let's look at our weaknesses. So I believe you have already on this team. So something maybe to jot down for yourself is that is how many weaknesses you have to certain things. So right now already with Armaldo and Glaceon, you have 2 steel weaknesses. You also have 2 water weaknesses, Sandslash and Armaldo. And then you actually have 2 rock weaknesses with Armaldo and Glaceon. Ice type is the only thing unfortunate is like it's going to carry a whole lot of weaknesses. So that is something to keep in track. So basically, what that means is, so you have 3 types you need resistances to. Like, so ground might resist steel. I need to check that.
don't think it resists. I think it does neutral.
It's neutral. Yeah, so we need something that resists steel, water, and rock. If you're sticking with these three, of course. So you're... So the ground resist could be something as simple as like something with levitate. Could be flying type, or could be like, for example, a grass type that resists it. If you're going grass type, Tangrowth is probably your best bet. Tangrowth is very bulky in good ways. So
Tangrowth is thick.
Tangrowth, though, is physically bulky, not specially. Yes. Biggest issue is I think most of your mons are physically bulky. I hope whoever has the hiccups in the background stops. Someone scare them. Okay, so biggest thing I see so far is that you don't have like a lot of special bulk, but you have a lot of physical bulk. So, say Glaceon has base 95 special defense, but like that's not like really the bulk you want. It actually also has better physical defense.
That's fine.
So actually, at the very least, all three Pokemon you have already do physical bulk better. Who's the fastest on your team? Base 65, base 65, base 45. You also have a very slow team. So, things you need. We need something fast. And we need stuff to resist those type things. So the best idea would be to try to find something that does multiple roles. Right? Rotom isn't like really going to be your fast mon. Rotom has base 86 speed, if I remember correctly. So it is faster than your Mons, but like you do want something probably that like... Ideally something that's either close to 100 base speed or more. Just because you want to have something that can go first. Or something with good priority moves. And I don't think either... does Armaldo get any priority move? Also, Armaldo. Also, Armaldo also rapid spins.
Boy.
Okay, so Sandslash and Armaldo just won't be on the same team.
What? Maybe she wants a brother.
I think that they do kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
But also depends, because like you could do some pretty cool things with Sandslash, but like the only issue with Sandslash over like using Sandslash on like a team that is just like a normal team based off rather than using like Armaldo is that you're basically not using the ability on Sandslash. Whether you use Sandrush or Sandveil, neither is going to be doing anything. Ways you could get around that: put Sandslash on a sand team. Or you could just vibe with him, you know, and just like want to use him because of the moves and the equipment he has rather than So are you saying you want to drop Armaldo off this team?
Probably.
Or do you want to drop Sandslash?
Behind?
So also keep in mind though, like I know you're probably not going for like the most optimal team possible.
No.
But you have to like keep in mind like things you could use instead. Like for Sandslash, for example. If you have Sandslash on your team, you're not gonna have Flygon on your team.
Yeah.
Or you're not gonna have Garchomp on your team. You're not gonna have anything else that shares ground typing, like even like a Nidoqueen or Nidoqueen. Dugtrio.
So what about if we swap out Sandslash on this team and add in Flygon? Here, I also have... I can't share my screen here. Just
I have it up on stream. So I'm gonna add Flygon in when I find out where he is, because I know he's somewhere. Where is Flygon in the Dex? I assume this goes in Dex order.
That's the Sinnoh Pokedex only.
Oh,
You're
wait.
looking at? You have to go for the
Wait, Flygon's... Flygon Gen 3?
Yeah, Gen 3.
Oh, Glide Score is so good, too. I'm gonna breed him at some point. Who is the Flugon? I probably scrolled past him.
Okay, so I'm also digging in the underground right now because I want to get that Armaldo fossil. I got a mysterious shard. Don't know what that is.
I'm not too sure either.
And I also got a gorgeous stone box.
Where is... There's Flygon. Okay.
Oh, it's a shiny Cubone.
It's a what?
Shiny Cubone statue.
Okay, so now, your weaknesses are a little better. Because we swapped Slant Shots out for Flygon. So Flygon's big thing, though, is that he comes with a 4x ice weakness, as you clearly know. But he also is now the Pokemon that covers the niche of the speed tier that you want, because most likely, if you ever were to put like a choice scarf on Flygon, you don't really have to worry about anything outspeeding you. Like, you know, he's gonna be the fastest Pokemon on the field pretty much every time. So what do we need? So basically, when you're making a team, as you know, like, something you want to pick out is like a core of 3 types that you want to build it around. Usually the 3 types have some sort of synergy with each other. Like, the most common tour is Dragon, Fairy, Steel. I mean, technically the starting trio, Fire, Grass, Water is a trio. Dark, Fighting, Psychic is a trio. I'm sure there are other, like, trios of, you know, typings you can work with too. But those are, like, the 3 sets of trios that come to my head immediately. So do you have, like, a core? Would you
consider Ground, Rock, and Steel a core?
Okay, Ground, super effective against Steel. Steel is super effective against Rock. And what was the other one?
Ground, Rock, and Steel.
Steel
Against
Rock. Rock against... Rock's not super effective against anything, right?
No.
So then no. Because each has to be, like, it's got to be like the triangle, right? Like how the starter types work.
Yeah.
Which I think, like, those 3 were, like, the best ones, if not the only ones. Let me actually look it up.
Do this.
So, a complete... Wow, there's a lot of trios. Okay. Technically... Some really good ones are... let's go through this. Technically, like, Fire, Grass, Ground is a trio. Let's see, what's interesting? Fire, Ice, Ground is a trio. And you already have Ice and Ground. You'd have to do a Fire type. Anyone else that has Ice in it? Grass, Rock, Ice. Ice, Ground, Rock. Ice, Ground, Steel. Which you have Ice and Ground already. Well, actually, if you do Ice, Rock... any of the Ice Rocks, Ice Rock, or Ice Grounds, you have 2 out of 3 already. But you could pick one that, like, doesn't have any of these. Like, for Ice, Flying, Fighting, technically it's a trio. And, like, you don't have... well, you have Ice already, but, like, Rock, Flying, Fighting. You don't have... or is Armaldo on this one? Yeah,
Armaldo's on this one. So this is Ice, Rock, and Ground already. So if
you picked one of Ice and Ground,
Flying,
you could go Ice, Ground, Steel. You could go ice. You actually have ice ground rock.
Yeah, that's what
which is a trio.
She said,
Ice super effective against ground, ground super effective against rock, rock super effective against ice. Yeah. So that could be your trio. It's not a very conventional trio, but it is a trio.
Yeah.
So then we would have to go back to what do we need on this team? You have 2 rock weaknesses still.
I think our new mom killed her.
2 steel weaknesses still. So we need a rock resist, which I don't Flygon resist rock. Okay, but we need a steel resist on the team.
What resists steel? Other than steel?
Yeah, let me find out. I don't know off the top of my head. We could steel offensively is weak against electric, fire, steel, and water. So what do we have? I think maybe an idea would be to grab something that's special. It's water type, that's especially bulky.
Teleport to a house. See what house you teleport to.
Which you could actually grab a Pokemon like Rotom Wash.
When I see her,
who only is weak to grass, I think, because it has it would be weak to ground too, but it has Levitate. So as long as they don't have Mold Breaker, Rotom Wash can be built like both physically bulky and specially bulky. It has base 107 defense and special defense. So you could do like a Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash could be interesting. Okay, what are the issues of taking... do any of your other mons carry a grass weakness? No. Okay. That Rotom Wash might be like one of the closest things you can get to like adding something that's not going to be detrimental and a bonus. So maybe we, at least for temporarily, we put Rotom Wash on.
Okay.
Because the only other Pokemon I'm thinking of is Melodic.
Yeah.
Which Melodic is better, especially bulky, but it does carry electric and grass weakness rather than just grass. Which you don't have an electric weakness yet. But, like, as you know, like, you have an electric immunity with Flygon. So let me look at the list here, because like off the top of my head, those are like the 2 that pop open.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at the Pokemon list. I'm so happy your sister is so happy. That makes me happy. I just am living off of her enjoyment right now.
Currently trying to catch a Beldum.
Oh.
It won't stay in the ball.
Do you have a preference between Rotom Wash and Melodic? Milotic?
Bro.
Not really.
So the things that they do differently, we'll do like a side-by-side comparison. Rotom comes with a better base physical defense, so like just naturally it could live something better than like Milotic from the defensive side. So like all around, I would say like Rotom is a little bit better. It also though depends, because the thing that's cool about Rotom though is that it also comes with Levitate. And it gets to electric typing for free with no weaknesses added, which is very rad. It also has like combinations of moves like Will-O-Wisp and Hex. It has it gets Defog as well if you decide to go that route with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like maybe we plug Rotom Wash in this team just for now.
Okay.
Were the Rotom forms Gen 4?
Yeah.
Where the heckity doo dah day are you guys?
You can
Or are they
also
not in
pick
this
the
list?
if you scroll up,
They are the
almost okay.
Sorry.
You can also like select the type that you're looking for exclusively.
What do you look at that?
So scroll up. Where it says type.
Do you see that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So, usually I honestly like to write this stuff down. So I'm gonna pull out like a notebook. What notebook has pages left on it? I like theory crafting teams. It's fun.
Let me show you that.
So we have so far we have Glaceon. Is Glaceon a physical attacker? No, special, right?
Yeah, special.
That's
You'll ban us in a little bit.
debating about personal preference. Could be unlucky. I only say that because it would have been nice to be able to use Ice Shard. Armaldo's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think we can make that work. Because Flygon is definitely going to be like... Are you theory crafting a team and not including a shiny Cranidas? This is not for me.
It's for me.
Yeah. So if it was me, the shiny Cranidas would definitely be on the team.
He's calling the police, I think.
Oh no. Don't call the police.
Well,
Okay. So we're just gonna do...
Thank you.
Glaceon is weak to fighting, fire, rock, and steel. Flygon is just dragon, fairy, and ice.
I gotta put.
But the ice is 4x. Armaldo, I believe, was... Let's just double check. It's rock, steel, water.
Looks like we made a small mistake. I'd call treason more than a small mistake.
I need more timer balls.
Why? What are you trying to catch?
Well, right now I'm trying to catch Cacturn.
Oh. And then we went Rotom-Ross. It's just weak to grass.
Yeah.
I'll write down ground, but ground is only an issue if they have Mold Breaker. Or, like, gravity, but most likely Mold Breaker. There are a few scenarios where, like, I don't think, like, no glowing informers would be in this game, so.
Oh, that was a sick. It only twitched once before it got caught.
Oh.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. So, the things you have multiple weaknesses of so far are steel,
Why didn't you stop? Why didn't
Double spy.
So, ideally, for the last two slots, we want to try to not copy those weaknesses of whatever mon they're going to be. And we decide you have ice, rock, ground, which is the trio you got. So basically, we have to fill roles. Armaldo already is your rapid spinner. Rotom Walsh gets defog.
Okay.
So you have hazard removal. Armaldo probably gets stealth rock, right?
I feel like that makes sense.
Gets stealth rock.
Yep.
And luckily, heavy duty boots is not an item in this game, so hazards are really nice. And I meant to double check, but this is a singles team, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
It's not very.
So, things that you... Okay. Is there any other mons you're interested in using, or types you're interested in using? Because we have 2 ground immunities now.
Yeah.
You also have an electric immunity. You have resists for quite a few typings.
It's not really like I'm just trying to use Pokemon that I've never really used before.
Okay.
Is the big thing. What about a Delcatty?
That's gonna be so hard to use.
No.
Still Caddy do well. I don't know if it does anything well.
I don't know. I'm just looking at the list.
It does not do anything well. Holy
right.
crap, please don't use it. It has base 90 speed, so it is a little fast, but HP 70, attack 65, defense 65, special attack 55, special defense 55.
This poor cat.
This cat is not.
It's literally just a cat.
it's just a normal cat, dude. Like, it's not. I think they forgot to add any Pokemon things to it. That's just what a normal cat would do. Who would be interesting for you to use? Like someone that is like has a niche of viability to it, but isn't someone that you see used very often. A lot of the mons that keep popping in my head, you already have one in that typing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at this dude. I was actually thinking about him before.
Who are you looking at?
Primeape.
Oh, snap.
If only you could... If you could trigger a crit on Primeape with, like, a Focus Sash, it would be the most disgusting Pokemon in the world. Because it gets Anger Point, and it gets max attack if it gets crit.
Oh.
It isn't great. It has no bulk whatsoever. So it's like also fast, but not like fast enough. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's base 95, which you could Choice Scarf it, and it would become faster than most things. Oh no, what popped in your head?
I saw Ludicolo.
Ludicolo is great. You do have a water type already, though.
Yeah.
I personally love Ludicolo.
It's so derpy.
So, maybe a good idea would be to add another win condition Pokemon to the team. So, like a Pokemon that, like, by clicking a move, you... like, clicking, like, a single setup move, like a Swords Dance, a Nasty Plot, you threaten their team like, immensely and they start freaking out.
What about...
You know who's actually good? Like, in my opinion? I don't know if it gets...
I was literally about to say, what about X-Cloud?
Yeah, I'm looking at what his setup moves are. Does he get... If he gets, like, Nasty Plot, and he doesn't get Nasty Plot, nor Swords Dance. What about, like, Bulk Up? No.
I remember trying to use him once, way back when, but that was when I didn't know how to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I caught a Vibrava.
Nice.
Yes. Now I can start breeding Trapinches. I'm gonna choose my Vibrava. Oh no!
Yeah, the only thing that, like, so if you ran Scrappy, X-Cloud,
What?
Mm-hmm.
that could be interesting. Let's look at other mons.
He's calling me?
Let's see. Oh, I'm using you on a team for sure.
What Pokemon?
Donphan. I love Donphan.
What about Persian?
Persian, I think, would be a worse, like Tauros. Doesn't mean you can't use it, of course.
Yeah.
Persian does well as it's very fast. And he gets Technician. What moves benefit from Technician it gets? So, like, if you run it, you're gonna run Fake Out, probably. We run Fake Out. What? Do we have a normal stab move that gets boosted by Technician? I don't think on the right side. You could. We could boost it. We could make it special. But I don't know.
You saw Monica? Did you Monica?
I don't know if that's worth it. Because, so basically what I'm thinking is somehow, like, so the attack and special attack differences on Persian are only 5 base stat points different. So, it's up to you whether you want... So, like, it also gets Unnerve and Limber, but, like, you would want Technician if you're going to use it. So, well, we could, because Technician works with anything that's base 60 power or lower. So, moves that it gets on the physical side that work are Aerial Ace, Assurance, Bite, Covet. Covet might be your best normal stat move. Obviously, Fake Out, Feint. Fury Swipes would technically be boosted every time, but, like, it's not very accurate. Payback, Payday. Scratch would be. So, what you could do is, like, it's offensive and fast. This actually would be your fastest Pokemon by far. Like, unless you choose Scarf Flygon. I think you could make... So you would run... Fake Out? Maybe Covet? A coverage move and probably Knockoff. Knockoff isn't, boosted by, Technician, but it's such a great coverage move to have. Because I don't know if anyone else you have so far gets Knockoff. Yeah. I think Persian's actually, weirdly enough, a fine Pokemon to put on this team.
Let's go.
So I think we can make Persian work. We do need something that, like, is a typical killer, though, for, like, this last slot, in my opinion.
Like the sweeper kind of Pokemon?
Yeah, or just, like, a Pokemon that is known for being really, really good. Because we do have a few Mons on this team that, like... Because, assuming you're going to be facing people randomly, right?
Yeah.
Normally, people are going to bring the best possible Mons that they can. So, like,
Yeah.
if they bring a normal type, it's probably going to be, like, Tauros. Maybe Milk Tank, depending on what they want to do with it. Like, the only Mon on this team that is, like... Actually, Persian... Sorry, even Flygon's not the best of his typing.
Yeah.
But I would still consider Flygon very good.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
want to.
I
don't
think
want to be
it's-
like.
You don't want to be
wanna-
Cynthia?
Yeah, I don't want to be Cynthia. I don't want to use Pokemon that are like known for being the best because everyone just uses them. Because I firmly believe in that like mentality of the best Pokemon trainers use Pokemon that they want to use. So that's why I have these Pokemon that I like.
I've, like, 2 Pokemon just came to my mind. I want to see how the second one is, so... She'd work.
She. That's a fossil. That's a leaf stone. Give me my Armaldo.
So your bulky Mons are going to be, like, Armaldo, Rotomosh. It'll be, like, your switch-ins to stuff. You could even make, like... Glaceon a little bulky. Which maybe you should. So, the 2 Mons that came off the top of my head, let me look at this list again to see if something else jolts out at me. Because something that would be very interesting for this team would be a ghost type. You have, you also carry now 2 fighting weaknesses. Because a ghost type would be the perfect way to back up Persian.
Do I gotta use Miss Magius?
Miss Magius and Gengar were the 2 that popped in my head. I have their pages open. Miss Magius, though, is nice because she actually has special bulk, too. So what we would do is for the EV spread, you would want to make, like, Miss Magius... Let's go Miss Magius. Why not? Miss Magius is probably more fun to use.
Yeah.
Let me look over Miss Magius's moveset real fast, though, because there are some very fun ghost typing shenanigans you can get up to. I want to see if she gets the moves, though. She gets an Astry plot, too, which is awesome. You get Will-O-Wisp. You do get Will-O-Wisp. Get Toxic? Of course you get Toxic. Alright, so...
Don't you know that you're toxic?
She's a perfect status ailment Hex Pokemon. So, you know, like, that combo, right?
No, actually.
Oh, okay. So Hex is a base 60 move, or 65 move, but if the Pokemon that you're going against has a status ailment, that's doubled. So it becomes a base, what, 130?
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so basically you would run... I don't know. Like, you'd run either Will-O-Wisp or Toxic or T-Wave. She gets all 3.
Yeah.
It's just depending on what we, like, look at, because I don't know how many, like, status ailment mons you're going to be running. Because we ideally want, like, a few.
You look like me?
Because, like, also, like, what you could do, you have 2 mons that can run Hex. You have Rotom Wash and Miss Magius, who both get that move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a solid 6 at least for now. So what we're looking at for you is Glaceon, Armaldo, Flygon, Rotom Wash, Persian, and Miss Magius. Which not one of the Pokemon I think is like the most overpowered in the world. Rotom Wash I think has potential to be one of the best Pokemons in this metagame, but as of right now I've been watching like some singles and I don't see Rotom Wash like ever.
Yeah.
Which I think it's really good. And Miss Magius, the only weakness she adds is Dark, I think. And Ghost, obviously.
But yeah.
But, yeah. And you don't have that weakness anywhere else.
Oh, Crawdon, I was looking for you too. Perfect.
I'm here. So, if this is your team of 6, this could be interesting. So, like, your win conditions would be, like... It depends, because you could do... Flygon... Dragon Dance Flygon could be disgusting.
No, you have cat.
Because you I mean, it's up to you. You could run Outrage. But, like, you're either gonna run Outrage or you're gonna run Dragon Claw, like, as a stab. It just depends on, like, what you want and the type of battler you are. Because if you're, like, of the mindset that I need this KO right now, Outrage. But Outrage, of course, you know, you're locked into it for 2 to 3 turns. And if they bring a Fairy... Unlucky.
Unlucky.
Yeah. So this is a very, very interesting team. So, just as like an FYI, the types that you have the most weaknesses to, I believe you have 2 fighting weaknesses. You have 2 rock weaknesses. 2 steel weaknesses. 1 fire. 1... water, 1 dragon, 1 fairy, 1 grass, 1 dark, 1 ghost. Yeah. So on the defensive side, like, you, like... Is that Car Crash?
Maybe.
Yeah. Who knows?
You tell me.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, you think I know? Very true, very true. So, I don't know what moves, though, are, like, available in the game right now. So, like, picking moves, like, will be a little hard. But one thing that Glaceon does that, like, I forgot that makes her, like, super duper viable is she could be a Wish Passer.
Wait a minute. Let me see this. Where's she?
She gets Wish. So, like, you make a bulky mom that gets Wish, and either what happens is... What is Glaceon? I guess Wish would be the way she heals.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hold a second though. I have to go get something from the car.
Oh yeah, you're good.
I will be back in a few minutes.
All right, I'm gonna like talk out loud and talk about what movesets these mons should have. So let's go movesets for each mon. So Rotom Wash is like the easiest moveset. So each, obviously, for anyone watching, each Pokemon gets 4 moves, right? That's just how Pokemon works. You get 4 moves. Rotom Wash is... The only water move it gets is Hydro Pump. So you have to run Hydro Pump. You don't have, like, an option to run anything else. Which, you know, that is a disadvantage, again, to, like, them running, like, Milotic, like we were talking about earlier. But, also, Rotom Wash gets, like, a Volt Switch, right? That you're not going to get on, pretty much anything else. So, I don't know, like, if freeze dry. Is freeze. Why do Pokemon have access to freeze dry? I don't know if it will. That's hard. I think freeze dry is like a move that will come with Pokemon Home, but I don't know if it's in the game yet. What's going on in Dorsey? How are you? Hope you're doing well, friend. We're actually right now in the podcast theory crafting a Pokemon team for my friend Marlon, who just stepped away real fast. Yeah, I'm doing well enough. I'm working the weekend shift this weekend, so the days feel weird. For my journalism job, I cover like a lot of events on the weekend when you have the weekend shift. So right now it's like I worked like a full day today, so Saturday doesn't feel like Saturday, but the only part that feels like Saturday is what we're doing right now. Other than that, it's like, what is today? No idea. So Persian though, gonna want to run like fake out. Let's go fake out, knock off. I might have to do this by like level up. Let's see. We need. Let's see what you get. It can get U-turn no matter what, which is cool. I don't think it gets knockoff. Doesn't get knockoff by. That sucks. Level up. Probably has to be bred with it. We'll figure that out. So the question mark next to knockoff for now. I was talking about covet before, but I don't think he gets it by field level up either. Okay, so you have to breed covet onto it as well. About knockoff. So does it not learn knockoff anymore? Gen 7, that's the love version. It gets knockoff in 4, 5, 6, and 7. Interesting. That's very interesting. So do like does Eevee learn covet by level up? By level up. It says in Gen 8 it gets it by level up. Like it just starts with it. Interesting. Interessante. So if we can't put knockoff on it for now, gotta come up with a different move. It's nasty plot by... It's like it gets nasty plot, but like it learns like 1, 2 special moves by level up. Is building special better? Like a neutral natured. Because it gets Technician, which boosts moves 60 power or higher. So, if we taught it Swift. Nasty Plot and Swift. Imagine getting Swift by Nasty Plot and Swift. How crazy would that be? Nasty Plot, Swift. Okay. And then what else could we put on you? Could still do like U-turn, just for momentum sake. It's probably what I would say for now. How do you get U-turn though in this thing? It's TM. Okay. Say U-turn for now. Dude, getting swept by a Persian would be so funny. I would love to see that. Glaceon though. I gotta look you up too. What moves do you just get? You do get Freeze Dry by level up, which is awesome. Okay, so Freeze Dry. Yeah. Freeze Dry is so good. Okay. How do you get Wish on this thing? Does Pikachu say just get Wish by level up? Alright, let's see. Is there a more direct path to get Amaru's on this game? What about... Let's Raichu learn it. No. Okay. So we gotta get, like, Wish on Togetic. Let me write that down. Togetic. Pika. Glaceon. Okay. Okay. It's such a long, drawn-out way of getting there, but that's sometimes what you have to do. This is actually one too many, right? No. Glaceon. Oh, no. Yeah, we want Glaceon right now. So. Let's figure out what we want to do with this. Protect is sort of like the move that goes along with Wish, just typically speaking. Because you're physical. No, she's special. Yeah, she's definitely special. Freeze dry, definitely move. Could run like Shadow Ball. So freeze dry, Wish. Maybe we just say Protect for now. And then... how annoying are we? Do we put like Toxic on it? Can you get Toxic? Can you get Toxic? Oh, so you'd have to transfer. Okay, so this gen, it doesn't get Toxic. This is hard, because we could run Shadow Ball as the last one, which is a nice coverage move. Just so, like, Miss Magus wouldn't have to worry about... Who did you say you're making this for? Our friend Marlon, who went to go grab a package, but it's been a while since he's been back. So I hope he didn't get eaten by the package or something. AKA Chromatic Candor, who hangs out in chat. But, he's dead now. Yeah, that makes sense. We miss him. Sometimes I could still hear his voice. Which is probably a mental disorder. Eaten alive, yep. It was actually a, what are they called? A mimic? It wasn't actually a package. It was a mimic. Very unlucky. Of course. Could do, like... Do you get Encore? No, it doesn't get Encore. Encore could have been interesting. Can learn Tickle. Could do like Icy Wind for speed control. Let's see. Are there any other moves that it learns naturally that we would consider? Icy Wind. Not really. So TMs we consider. Shadow Ball, which would be deeper on the list. Yeah, so Icy Ball actually is a move. So it would be Shadow Ball or Icy Wind. I think Shadow Ball maybe. It stinks that there isn't, like... Could do, like, substitute, but, like, usually you'd want, like, a setup move with sub.
I have returned.
You did startle me, I'm not gonna lie. So the only Mon that I basically worked out a set for right now is Persian. Let me run it by you. So unfortunately Persian won't have knockoff available to it until like we can use Pokemon Home. So the idea I have for Persian is Fake Out, Nasty Plot, Swift,
He's gonna die.
and then U-turn. So basically, Persian's main use is to, with like Fake Out, is to break Focus Sashes. But if the situation does present itself, how funny would it be to get swept by a Persian who clicked Nasty Plot and then Technician Swift? Like, how cool would that be? Like, if they don't have a ghost type or a normal resist, which, what resist normal, actually?
Rock, Steel.
Okay, Rock and Steel. Okay. So, but you have Pokemon for Rock and Steel types. Which actually is Flygon for both of them. So, like, if you have no Rock and Steel types left, because, like, Persian probably you want to run, like, Focus Sash? Or do we run, like... I'll figure it out. But that's the only one that I've really worked on so far.
Yeah.
I'm working on Glaceon right now, because Glaceon, it can get Wish, but it is an annoyingly... it's not the worst I've ever done, but, like, you have to get Wish. So Togetic or its line has to pass Wish to either Pikachu or Raichu,
Because you were looking at
and then
me.
Pikachu or Raichu has to pass into Glaceon.
What?
I see.
Oh, that's
Which,
awesome,
do you know
yay!
how you pass, like, moves like that in the game?
Yeah, egg moves, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, my Togetic actually has Wish. So I could even
Nice.
trade you my Togetic for a little bit to move... Because you have a Pikachu or Raichu, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would just transfer it onto there, and then onto your Glaceon. So the 3 moves, I checked. Apparently, Glaceon will get Freeze Dry by level up, which is awesome. So far I got Freeze Dry, Wish, and Protect. The 2 other moves that I was thinking about it for are Icy Wind and Shadow Ball. Icy Wind, the nice thing about Icy Wind is it drops their speed. Icy Wind, how much does it drop their speed by, though? Give me a second. One stage. So it's only one stage, but, like, that could be big. For example, you hit, like, I don't know, something that would challenge, like, Flygon for, like, speed tier. Flygon is now faster because of the Icy Wind. So there actually, I found a 3rd move, so I'll run it by you too. Baton Pass. Baton Pass only because that could be like a free Wish switch. Because the good thing about Glaceon with Baton Pass is it's slow. So the idea would be, because we're going to build your Glaceon like physically bulky. So if you have it physically bulky, you switch it into a Mon that's physically attackive, or you know what I mean, like it's a physical attacker. You take a hit, or like if you switch it in, Hey, wait a sec. Oh, Warrior just subbed to tier 1.
Hey.
Hey, thank you so much. What a blast from the past here in Oh Warrior. Oh, how are you doing? I know I talked to you like briefly on like I believe it was like Discord or something, like a little whiles back. But I really hope you're doing well, friend. Thank you for the tier 1. We're going over some Pokemon stuff. Old Warrior actually is from an old community that used to be part of. He used to. Were you here when Awesome Sauce was here one day?
Maybe.
Okay. Awesome Sauce had a community, and Ol and I were both mods actually
Oh,
in
nice.
the community. And Ol was always so much fun to be around. So.
No.
God, it takes me back. Yeah, it's crazily back. But yeah, dude, you're always best reviews for Warrior 34. Top tier person. Always very much enjoyed being around you. Always a lot of fun.
Yes.
Do you and I'm good. Rachel's sleeping right now because her COVID boost is kicking her ass. Aw. Yeah, dude, I was out of commission for like a day or two at release for my booster. I would say like 2 days, I think. I got it like actually looks like how she got it when like either on the weekend or going into the weekend. I think I got it on a Friday. So like I could just like veg out that weekend.
Because you were over there.
So that I think that's the play. So that's a big brain.
What?
But Marlon, do you have a preference between the 3 moves I mentioned?
Not necessarily.
Okay. It really is play style, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Just go the wrong way.
also because it's like, so you're running Wish Protect.
Mm-hmm.
So like, Glaceon can heal itself whenever, basically. But if you want to heal other people, you would have to either hard switch and predict, which, you know, is very doable. Or if you ran Baton Pass, like I was saying, we don't give Glaceon like any speed effort values, and you just let it, you know, let it like take a hit, then switch.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on the same team. Oh, there's just only one T there.
That's only benefited like Baton Pass. Yeah, she got hers yesterday. I'm getting mine next week because I didn't want both of us being dead at the same time. Very smart. It's like doorbell rings. Oh no. Our worst fear has come true. So, what I will say is Glaceon gets Baton Pass and Icy Wind by level up. So, you wouldn't have to like burn TM for it.
Mm-hmm.
I died.
So, let's just write down Baton Pass for a second.
Already. Did you die?
By that, I mean I'm writing it down and I will send you a picture of this
I
stuff.
got my
Unless you
Okay.
were also writing it.
I'll gladly take a picture.
Okay. So, Rotom Wash would be the easiest one to do next, because Rotom Wash, it's like, your water stab move has to be Hydro Pump. You don't have a choice. It's not like, I'm also not saying that like, it only is good with this move. No, it literally, that's the only water move it gets. Sorry.
Okay.
That's just how it is. That's how all of the Rotom forms are. Oh, this brought me to the picture of Rotom. I want,
You died anyways.
I just want Rotom Wash on here, please.
Feel
I don't use Bulbapedia and Bulbagarden
I'm
very
gonna go right
often.
here. Whoa.
Why do you put on the Wash Rotom? That one says Wash Rotom.
Oh yes, you're on my team. So you're on my team.
It's just a picture again. Okay. But, like, off the top of my head, I know Rotom moves. So, like, me personally, you also have to decide, do you want Rotom to be also able to pivot?
It did that.
I feel like
it gets Volt Switch.
Okay, yeah, I feel like that'd be necessary.
Okay. So one thing that is cool about this team is the ability to pivot is everywhere. You're going to have 4 Mons who have the ability to pivot if we're including Glaceon and Baton Pass. Because Flygon gets U-turn, Rotom Wash gets Volt Switch, Persian gets U-turn.
That's a lava thing.
That is a lava thing. You're right. Is she playing a game in the background too?
She's playing Roblox with her cousin.
What a gamer. Proud for her already. So for Rotom, do you want to have, this is just a question in general, do you want to have multiple ways removing hazards, or do you want to just have Armaldo do it?
I want Armaldo to do it.
Just Armaldo?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we'll write Rapid Spin down for Armaldo now. Because Rotom Wash could get Defog.
Okay.
But if you only want Armaldo to do it, we won't put Defog down in Rotom Wash. So, Rotom Wash, so far we have Hydro Pump and Volt Switch, which are both great moves for it. Things you could do. We were talking about before where you can do... do you want Miss Magius to do Hex?
I like that idea.
Okay. Let's also double check that Miss Magius can do Hex without, like, being imported.
Oh, yay! I want you to get some of your pink one.
From, like, you know what I mean? Please say you just get Hex by, like, level up. You do. She gets Hex at level 1. What?
Wait a second.
Huh. How do you get by level 1? I never understand when it says level 1.
Is it like
stone
at level 1?
Or how do they evolve? Dust stone.
The
yeah,
stone.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we breed a little baby and then we evolve it right away.
Yay, I got my seed foil.
Because if you look, like, we can zoom in a little bit more.
I see it your stream, yeah.
Yeah.
It says level 1.
It's like all of these are level 1. All of them. All moves to learn are level 1. I don't know if...
So maybe like a relearner?
Maybe. Let's go with it. So we're gonna write Hex down for Miss Magius. So let's look at Miss Magius. How do we get Will-O-Wisp on it? Is Will-O-Wisp a TM? It is. Toxic isn't going to be a TM. Because they really tried reducing Toxic's effect in the game. You know, they did a really good Pokemon. If only, like, Riot and Valve could learn from Pokemon. They just took Toxic out of the game, pretty much. I wish they could do that, too.
Wouldn't it be nice?
So I'm thinking Will-O-Wisp, probably. You actually could do T-Wave, too. Benefits of both. Will-O-Wisp, of course, is a burn, lowers your attack.
Yay! Trampoline! What?
Okay.
T-Wave is a paralysis, lowers your speed. T-Wave is 5% more likely to hit than Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah.
So it's really up to you, because Rotom Wash and Miss Magius can both do Will-O-Wisp and T-Wave.
Okay. I feel like speed is
You
going
want
to
to go T-Wave? Do you want T-Wave on both of them?
Let's have T-Wave on Miss Magius. And then we could do Will-O-Wisp on Rotom. Yeah. Because they'll expect the lightning move from the lightning type.
True. And then, so, Rotom Wash's moveset is going to be Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, Hex. And then Miss Magius, we have Hex, T-Wave. I think we probably put Shadow Ball on it just in case you're in a scenario where Hex can't come up.
Yeah.
So we'll put Shadow Ball.
Right.
Is there any other moves you're looking to have on this Magius, or do you just want us to try to find something that works?
Just whatever works.
Ooh. Power Gem and Mystical Fire.
You ever have that like one spot on your back that you just can't reach?
Yeah, that's what doors are for. Door frames.
Oh. I'll be right back.
Feel that fun. That might have just changed his life. That's too good. Could go. Why would you use Dark Pulse on this Magius, though? What Pokemon is weak to Dark that you would find yourself out in that situation with? It's not coming up off the top of my head. Derek, I accidentally typed out Derek. Psychic? Yeah, not worth it. So Dark Move is not worth it. Derek. There you are. Ha ha ha. Look at that cool kitty cat. Meow. I do like the idea of Mystical Fire if we can get it. So I really do like the idea of Mystical Fire. I love Mystical Fire. Mystical Fire is a fire move that lowers their special attack by 1. So we'll go Mystical Fire for now. Okay. I's back. Welcome back in Dorsey. Hey, Dorsey, every time you come here, Marlon has stepped away to the point where it's like, it's going to get to the point where you don't believe that I have anyone in here with me. It cries in realism. Clygon. You have to get Earthquake by level up, right? Yeah. So obviously Earthquake is on Flygon.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome. Did door frame work?
Yes.
Okay. Nice. So,
Yeah.
question about Flygon. Do you want Flygon to be Choice Scarfed? Or do you want it to be able to use Dragon Dance?
I think we'll probably go with
Hold on. Said don't push me.
Choice Scarf.
Okay.
Because there's going to be a lot of pivoting.
Perfect. Because then we're going to definitely put U-turn on it.
Yeah.
And it gets U-turned by TM. I already wrote down Earthquake because, yeah. If we're going Choice Scarf, do you want Outrage? Or do you want Dragon Claw?
Alright, is that yay? We're keeping on the same team. We're keeping on the same team? Yay! No!
Outrage, does it lock
It does
you
exist.
in?
Yes, for 2 to 3 turns.
2, 3 turns.
But is base 120 power versus base 80 power. A lot stronger.
Let's go with Outrage.
Okay. Because again, the reason why I think Outrage is because potential, like, if you're in 1v1 matchup against, like, say, another Flygon, or any type of dragon type, or anything that, like, doesn't resist dragon, Outrage is going to hit for so much. So we have one move left.
Oh, you don't know.
So we have Earthquake, U-turn, and Outrage. Let's look at what we could do here.
Yes, I skipped one.
Rock Slide, maybe.
Yeah.
Or, well, Armaldo might use Rock Slide.
I died. Don't open.
He does exist in Dorsey, believe it or not. Every time you'd step away was when Dorsey would come back in the chat.
Oh. I endorse you.
So, like, I was like, I swear someone else is here.
I'm real.
It's not just me. Okay. So, for Miss Magius, for the time being, I put down Mystical Fire as her last move, because if she gets it in this game, hell yeah. If not, then we'll go, like, with Power Gem, maybe. Because Mystical Fire is base 75 damage fire move, but it lowers their special attack by 1 stage. Which could be very good. Very, very good.
User joined your channel.
Hello.
User
goes
joined
there?
your channel.
Hello.
That sounds like a Stev.
How's it going?
Hi. We're actually working on a Pokemon team for Marlon right
Oh no. Okay.
Oh yeah, sweet. Oh yeah.
The team we have, it's a very, like, unique team. It's Glaceon, Armaldo, Flygon, Rotowash, Persian, and Miss Magius.
Is this for Gen 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that Pokemon lineup seemed weird for anything modern, but
Yeah. It would be very funny in modern day, too. The only Pokemon on this team that you would see in modern day is probably Rotowash.
yeah. Is this for competitive?
Yes.
Okay.
Marlon purposely wants to use mons that aren't, like, specifically OU.
Okay.
Which I don't know if Flygon might be OU and Rotowash might be OU. I'm not sure.
Well, we'd have to check like Gen 4 stats, right? Wonder if
Yeah.
Wayback Machine.
No, they have it out right now for BDSP.
Oh, okay, good.
SB, OU.
Yes.
Let's see.
Ladder.
I saw someone had a video on it the other day that I was watching about, like, move ups. Okay. So the only Pokemon in OU are, I don't think any Pokemon on this team are in OU.
He's not right here.
No. OU has, like, the same few Pokemon, like, on every team. Scizor is on 32% of teams, near 33. Gliscor on 30, Garchomp on 30, Latios on nearly 30, Breloom on 23, Clefable 22, Gengar 20, Inferno 16, Starmie 16, Manaphy 15.
Breloom's up there?
Yeah, Breloom's awesome.
Oh wow.
Gets Mach Punch and Spore.
Safely.
I love Breloom. That's great to see that. Yeah.
How are you having the tier list up?
Oh, I found that someone has to post on Reddit.
Okay.
Because this is Smogon's current listing, and the cutoff for UU is 4.52 usage, so the last Pokemon is for Alligator.
Okay.
Oh no, Rotom Wash is an OU. I see him now. He's number 16. Yeah. So you have exactly one OU Pokemon, and most likely you're going to be facing people who have 6 OU Pokemon. So,
Well, yeah, but I mean, people playing the meta don't necessarily always win,
Oh, she's on
right?
money.
no, not necessarily.
That's it.
I'd like to cite a specific Pachirisu that,
No, for sure.
yeah.
That's sort of like the thing I like about this team we built, or are building, is because most of these Pokemon, Flygon's not. Is Flygon not an OU? I just want to double
Look,
check.
Glaceon's a weird pick, though, I gotta say. Like,
Marlon wants to use Glaceon.
I mean,
So-
I like Glaceon. Glaceon's my favorite Eevee, but legitimately.
We have built a team around that sort of. We have switching for things that hurt Glaceon. And
Interesting.
Glaceon mostly is going to work as a wish passer anyway.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I bet, like you probably know, but sometimes it's really annoying to get a move on a Pokemon. To get wish on a Glaceon, you have to pass wish from the Togetic line over to Pikachu or Raichu, and then to Glaceon. They wish on it.
That is kind of weird.
When I had to do defog on Girder, because it gets defog, believe it or not, I had to pass it through like 4 Pokemon. It's just like, it's so annoying sometimes the amount of work you have to do just to get one Pokemon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or like one move on one Pokemon.
Yeah.
So we don't have a 4th move on Flygon yet. And I double checked, Flygon's not in OU.
Why?
So, what can we do? You have Outrage, U-Turn, Earthquake.
Wait a minute. What's Flygon?
Dragon
I'm just
Drum.
trying to look on the decks here. Like, what moves can it learn?
Pretty much all, like, it gets, like, Fire Punch and Thunder Punch as coverage. It gets Rock Slide. It gets... I actually
You said
have it
we
up in front of me.
get Earthquake, Outrage, U-Turn?
Yeah, those are like the 3 big moves you probably use anyway. So whatever this 4th move is for coverage sake. Because his Flygon's going to be Choice Scarf, so there's no reason to put like a like a Dragon Dance or anything on it.
I mean, so we have U-Turn with the Choice Scarf. Okay.
Yeah, because basically it's just a free pivot into whatever when he wants it. Like Flygon becomes a very like viable lead as well that way.
Yeah.
You actually have like a few good leads on this team, personally speaking.
Oh. Would Fire Blast do good coverage?
So we're gonna probably build it like a Jolly or Adamant, so we're not gonna want Fire Blast.
Okay.
Could do Fire Punch.
Hmm.
And it learns it via TM. Fire Blast is like a very good move, but we don't want to.
Yeah.
We need
no.
Flygon. The idea with this Flygon is for it to be the fastest thing in the game.
Okay.
So that's why, like, Choice Scarf Flygon base 100 speed.
Yeah, I'm looking at now what you're looking at.
Yeah.
I see where you're trying to run. So really, they're saying to build it like if we were building meta, it would be one of those 3 moves, right?
Yeah.
For move 4.
Is there anything you want this to be?
I think fire would probably be because I don't really have any other Pokemon that have fire attacks.
Miss Magius, if it can still do it, will have Mystical Fire.
Mm-hmm.
And that is probably it.
Wait, I'm seeing
The restroom?
Flygon as OU.
Wait a second.
I don't see him on this list. This was 8
It
days
says
ago.
in his Dex article he's OU.
He wants your restroom?
Oh, you know what? This is for normal Diamond and Pearl, not BDSP.
Yeah, that's...
Are you going back in?
Yeah, sorry about that.
I think it was
Yeah,
gone.
Smoggin doesn't have a page yet for
Yeah,
BDSP.
I'm being dumb. Sorry about that. Yeah.
There you go.
Unacceptable. No, I'm just kidding.
The idea of using
So basically, the way I'm doing this, is just like I'm on Bulbapedia because you also have to keep in mind, like on Smoggen's like Gen 8 page, these mons can't learn all the moves there yet because they need it from like Pokemon Home.
Is that what's
And from like different games. For example, Persian I wanted to put knockoff on. You can't run knockoff on it though because it only gets knockoff from previous generations. Because knockoff is one of the moves, like knockoff and toxic are like 2 moves that are still in the game, but they severely limited. So the only way to get it is by having a Persian from an older game.
Yeah, makes sense.
You don't know how to do this?
So toxic would be hard to get then? Bro?
Yeah, toxic isn't even a TM in this game, I'm pretty sure. Like the only Pokemon that you can have toxic on, I think, are Pokemon that naturally learn toxic.
Wait, but so normal Diamond and Pearl has... Well, I guess you'd have to have it from an older gen, too. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I was saying Pokemon Home.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like, I was thinking, like, normal Diamond and Pearl, because the article I'm looking at also has Toxic listed. But...
Yeah, so keep in mind you have to go off, like, the Gen 8 level up system.
Yeah. I'm being dumb.
What egg moves are you trying to get? We're not... I don't even know if we're looking for an egg move as of yet. The only move that we were talking about is a knockoff on Persian. But I don't think knockoff on Persian's an egg move, is it? I think it's just like they don't...
Just don't get it.
Get it anywhere. Alone Persian gets it, but I don't think normal Persian gets it anymore.
Is that you hope I really make it?
I'm not positive though. Okay. Knockoff is here on the page. Yeah, so only older versions of it have it. So it got knockoff from generations 4 to 7, which I think 4 is when they introduced knockoff. Yeah, because like held items weren't really too big of a thing much earlier than that.
He's standing on top of it. He's gonna blow
So they
up.
wouldn't need a move that gets rid of held items. So
Whoa!
yeah, it really, again, like, so looking at your team, Fire Punch, I guess, wouldn't be a bad 4th move for Flygon.
Yeah.
One of the things that you don't have that I'm looking at,
Yoo-hoo!
you don't have a Steel move, but Steel Wing isn't necessarily great.
Yeah.
You could just go Fire Punch, because, like, there isn't, like... Apparently, also, when Flygon evolves, it gets Outrage. In Brilliant Diamond's Shining Pearl. Pearl. You could egg move Quick Attack on it.
Quick attack.
Yeah. Because that is actually like the one thing this team is missing. Is the only priority move you have is Fake Out. Because again, Glaceon is a special attacker, so there's no reason to really run Ice Shard. I don't know what Armaldo gets. I'm just not super familiar with Armaldo and like what move pool it has. It actually gets Aqua Jet, so I guess you could do that.
Yeah, no,
Is that the Gen 3 fossil?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to
Really?
use it.
That's an interesting pick.
Yeah,
I like it.
Thank you.
I'm doing my best with some very unique picks.
Yeah. Unique picks.
Oh wait, I have finally found a fossil. What is it? What are you?
What are you?
What are? This is a Copperhead fossil.
Ooh, like that guy. So you could also do Stone Edge. Stone Edge, you could do Rock, Slide, Fire Punch, maybe those are the 3. I think you said you liked Fire Punch before.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll go Fire Punch then. Okay, so the last Mon is probably like the second hardest Mon for me to come up with a team for. A list for is Armaldo. Because I just know nothing about Armaldo. But I'm gonna assume like Rockslide is gonna be like a move we're gonna put on it.
It almost looks like you might want to use it as a sweeper.
Bye-bye.
Let's see. I don't think it gets.
No, it's got good physical, I guess. Okay, physical?
It doesn't get any setup moves though. Like good setup moves.
Okay.
It gets
Sword Dance.
by TR, which is in Sword and Shield.
Okay.
We both made it.
Actually, let me double check
Both
something.
made it.
I need to check Flygon because I might have been looking for the long
We
list.
both made it. We're only the ones that just made it.
All right, issue. I don't think we can put Fire Punch on it on Flygon. No, because it's not a TM that we can use
Sorry,
in
Zed.
Okay.
this game. So that leaves Stone Edge Rock Slide.
Monica, you good?
Um,
You okay?
Yeah.
What was that?
Because I'm trying to do an Augie now.
Okay.
Scared for me.
He's just gasped out of nowhere.
some of them on Underground can have egg moves, learn moves early. Right, that's something big too. I like that. So maybe we'll have you catch like a few like trap inches and stuff. But
He said, I'm sorry about this.
Okay. Could you like aerial ace? That's so weird to do though.
And it'll catch people off guard at least.
Yes, I'm first.
I guess nobody's gonna even be expecting this Pokemon to be run, right?
Well, this is Flygon we're still talking about.
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
were
sorry.
talking about-
We
I
had
thought
to
you were
switch
gonna
back to.
Put aerial ace.
I don't.
on the-
If Armaldo gets aerial ace, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think he might. I think I've seen one use that. I swear I have.
So your
He
best.
does. He gets aerial ace.
That's so cool.
I like that.
This was how I got egg moves on the chip. Oh, that makes sense. That's a good shout. I forgot that the Underground does that. That's really cool. So best case scenario moves.
Got another dome fossil.
Dome. Is Stone Edge Rockslide, I guess. You could run Fly. No one would expect Fly.
That's true.
No one. I'm not saying that's good though, because you gotta think though.
'Cause they could
Reasons you would
switch.
run Fly. Yeah, they could switch. But also, so Flygon already hits. So most likely, for like grass types, for example, you have U-turn. What else does flying hit? Fighting. Fighting most of the time, like Earthquake and Outrage can do a lot. With this next update, we're meant to have home once Legendary's Arceus releases. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. It's going to make this so much easier. Okay, so flying is super effective against fighting, grass. What else am I missing? Bug. Missing a type, maybe?
Flying.
Yeah, what is it super offensive against other than bug, fighting,
Grass,
and grass,
bug.
if anything?
I think that's just those two, isn't it?
I think there's
Yeah, it's a sister.
maybe
Yep.
water.
No, it's sister.
No. Okay.
What's an egg move? Okay, so an egg move is a move that a Pokemon can only learn by being bred with a different Pokemon that knows that move. So, for example, there's a move Wish, which you make a wish, and then the next turn it heals. in order to get that move onto the Pokemon Glaceon all the way to the left here, we have to pass it from the Togekiss line to the Pikachu line to Glaceon. Fighting Plant, Bug Plant tends to have a lot of support moves. Yeah, that's fair. Kinda takes a shot.
Ooh, he said.
Because I'm trying to think of, like... Because that's one of, like, the big problems I see a lot, is coverage moves that don't do you any good. So, for example, I was looking at Miss Magius before, and there really aren't any scenarios in which you would want to run, like, a dark coverage move on Miss Magius. Because anytime... The only time where you'll be in a situation where you're in a battle against another dark type, or something that's super effective as a dark type, is a psychic type, which goes to already covers.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, running a dark coverage move on Miss Magus wouldn't make sense. But Flygon's hard because you have to think of Pokemon that would stay in on Flygon and try to come up with a good coverage move that way. That's why, like, a move, like a rock move, might be interesting. For example, an ice type stays in. Most Pokemon run like ice as a second, like as a coverage move rather than running ice types.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to look at this list and pick one. Like, you could run Iron Tail. It's only 75% accurate though. And I don't think I would suggest that.
I wouldn't want them.
Yeah.
Low accuracy moves have been the bane of me before.
Could run Rock Tomb. It's 95% accurate and drops speed a tier. But keep in mind this is a Choice Scarf Mon, so you probably want something that can do a lot. So if you don't like low accuracy moves, unfortunately Stone Edge and Rock Slide are both decently low accurate. Stone Edge is 80% and Rock Slide is 90%. So I think those are really your best two options.
Probably Rock Slide because it's the most accurate, right?
It is more accurate, yeah.
Okay.
More accurate, but obviously does less damage.
Yeah.
Does have the opportunity to flinch, though.
I like that.
So, now let's move to Armaldo again. Because I
your
know
life in the hands of
nothing
the
about
RNG.
Armaldo. Yeah, that's basically what you have to do. Okay, Armaldo by level up doesn't get a lot of moves you're going to want to use. We have a base 125 attack, base 100 defense. Yeah, so... And very slow. So... We can get Swords Dance on it, actually. Like Steve was saying. But me personally, I think this is also like another pseudo lead for you. You could put Stealth Rock on it. Like, you don't have any hazards yet. So Stealth Rock, I think, probably a really good idea to put on Armaldo.
Yeah.
So let's write down Stealth Rock. It is an interesting niche where your only hazard removal is also your hazard setter.
Yeah.
No hazards, only mine.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
Yeah.
So it also depends what you want to do here, because
I actually really like that pick. That's a cool Pokemon to use.
I'm excited how it's going to be used, because it actually gets two abilities. It gets Swift Swim, which isn't what you're going to be using because you're not running Rain. You're going to be using Battle Armor. Battle Armor actually means that I believe you cannot get crit.
I believe so.
Blocks crits, yeah. Yeah, so you can never get crit, which is cool. That's like a nice ability for a something that's going to be like more of a bulky wall.
Yeah.
So we don't have any stab moves yet, so we need at least one stab move. Like, realistically speaking, Rock Stab is more useful than Bug Stab. Because also Bug Stab. Bug hits what's super effective? Bug hits Psychic,
Grass.
Grass, and Dark. So, Dark you have U-turn on Flygon. Psychic, you have a whole Miss Magius and Rotom Wash of Hex as well.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I say? Was that? Did I say dark? No. What did I say? Dark. That was Psychic. Yeah. So Psychic, you counter your Ghost. Also, you have U-turn on Persian. It's not going to do much damage, though. What else was Grass? What do we have for Grass? We have hopefully Mystical Fire on Miss Magius, and again U-turn on Flygon and Persian. So I think Rock is going to be the more important of the two, because this is also going to be a fire answer for you. So say, for example, a very common mon metagame is Infernape. This could be like an Infernape counter for you.
Okay.
I mean,
Because
Rock
Infernape
Bug,
is-
that's a... Yeah.
Yeah, Rock Bug only carries the weaknesses of Rock itself, Steel, and Water.
Yay! Yeah. Oh no, Flush!
So for, I guess Rock Slide. But the issue with running Rock Slide is Armaldo is never going to be in a situation where it can actually
He said
flinch something.
reset, he's already did reset.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is almost where, like, I don't think you get Stone Edge, though. That's funny. Does it not get Stone Edge? I mean, you also have Arcanine to worry about with Intimidate. Yeah, Arcanine
Oh,
with
that's
Intimidate
not
is
a
interesting.
fossil.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
seeing
a
that it
very
can get
good
Stone Edge.
shout. Oh, it's right in front of me. Yep, you're right.
Okay.
It's literally in bold. I just can't read.
It's not
Uh,
Armaldo, but it's Twitch's Lord and Savior.
True. Lord Helix. Yeah, Arcanine of Intimidate is also an important shout.
I'm gonna bang yours. Hi. Wanna bang yours. Gotta bang yours.
How do we counter our counter for
He said,
Arcanine would probably be Rotom Wash.
He said, he said.
So Nantos could be back to setting up weather teams again? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so Rotom Wash wouldn't be able to counter if Sun was up, but then again we have like if Arcanine is the mon in, you could switch to like Flygon.
Mhm.
Calling you, he said.
Just hope it's not like a Will-O-Wisp
Are you
Arcanine.
friends? No?
Yeah, so what do you want for Rock Stab? You can have Rock Slide, Rock Tomb, Rock Blast, or Stone Edge.
I kind of want to do Rock Tomb because then it lowers speed.
Okay, keep in mind that Rock Tomb is base 60.
Uh-huh.
So Armaldo isn't really going to be doing like a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, as a
I-
hazard,
Just
It's-
wanted to make sure that I say that we're upfront about it.
yeah,
That Armaldo isn't going to be a mon that's doing you getting you many KOs. It's going to have an important role in the team, but yeah.
support roles are just as important.
Yeah. So
Page
the only issue with I think like making Armaldo like more supporty is you're wasting its best
Said
stat
reset.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with the screen.
because its best stat is attack.
What are the other moves then?
Rock Slide, Stone Edge, and Rock Blast. Rock Blast is very gimmicky.
Oh, no.
Rock Blast does 25 per and can hit 2 to 5 times, but only is 90% accurate. Usually, like, for example, it would have to hit 4 times to be better than Rock Slide. And then, again, Stone Edge has the issue of 100%. It is 100 base power, but only 80% accurate.
That's what I just did.
Yeah.
But you would be using, like, its best move, best stat very well. But if you want to build Armaldo support, we'll say fuck it and build it support. Like, it already has Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin, so if you want to go Rock Tomb and, like, it's going to do probably the most damage that anyone who's going to use Rock Tomb could. But then maybe we want to put, like...
Yeah, let's play off.
A good move on it for its last move.
Okay.
Unless you have, again, something in mind.
Because what I'm thinking is...
Mommy, like you said, and you said, on my screen it says you play.
Yeah, let's do Stone Edge.
Oh,
Stone Edge instead of Rock Tomb?
Yeah.
I'll turn it off.
Okay.
You join me.
What do you want for the last move, then?
It's Manga Obby.
I'm looking at them.
If you want me for just quickly, it can get Brick Break. It can get Aerial Ace, as we were joking about before.
Is that we're on the same level?
That'd be so unexpected and funny, though.
Yeah. But,
What level does competitive take place at usually? 50?
yeah. It brings every Pokemon up to 50, or down to 50.
Okay.
So, like, your Pokemon doesn't have to be level 50.
Well, I was just almost like Seismic Toss, but that's not great at 50.
It's Seismic Toss, right? So, like,
Yeah.
it depends on what... Usually Seismic Toss you use on a Pokemon that can't do the damage itself.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Or that you're not... you don't have any, like,
Fossil.
attack or...
Yeah.
Because it does this base damage. For example, like you run Seismic Toss on like, I think like Chansey and Blissey, because they can't output that much damage. So doing 50 damage is more worth it.
Yeah.
Armaldo, you interesting Pokemon. I mean, you could go X Scissor. X Scissor is interesting. It's a bug stab move, but for coverage, Brick Break is very interesting. Brick Break, I believe, breaks any screens. I mean, if you look at all this physical rock type moves, only 2 have 100% accuracy, so Stone Edge is mostly your only choice. I personally run Stone Edge on anything for the most part. Oh, no worries. No worries, Michelangel. But the only time I like Rock Slide, I actually like Rock Slide on Flygon, because this is a choice for a Flygon, where
That's where you were.
you actually the chance for flinch is sort of kind of worth using it for.
I know that's so sad.
Yeah. What else do we want to use?
Trying to do this.
Okay, so Brick Break breaks screens, which I've seen a lot of screen usage in OU so far. Gets like Shadow Claw as coverage, but I don't think you really need Shadow Claw.
No.
X Scissor is stab. That's really it. It doesn't get like a crazy... Like, in Aqua Jet, you can breed it on. Your best ways of dealing with water right now are Rotom Wash and Glaceon. Glaceon with having Freeze Dry.
Wait for me.
In BDSP... Oh.
What's up?
I think you get knockoff on it.
Okay.
Where are you?
Because you can pass it down from Crawdon or Drapion.
Backwards?
Oh.
Let's see. Let's just double check if they get this. This isn't... As long as they get it via... Yeah. Okay.
You're right there?
Knockoff, I think, is your last move. We just have to breed it from a different Pokemon. but I think knockoff would make a lot of sense. That would be your only knockoff mon, which is also huge. I think, yeah, definitely knockoff, if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
I was trying to go in the blue store.
And I just caught a Crawdon too, so I could teach it.
Yeah, so Crawdon learns knockoff
Say go back to your
at level 16. So you might need a move relearner for knockoff if it's not on it right now.
Yeah. It's not, but yeah, I'll just reteach it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I think, like, that's huge that it gets knockoff. You picked a good mon, actually, because I'm curious, the only thing that, like, we might have to play with this team
You can play with it.
would be to add defog to, like, Rotom Wash at some point. Does Flygon Flygon doesn't get defog, right? Flygon also gets defog.
Oh, sorry about
But
that.
then we would have to be running, like, a slightly different Flygon.
Yeah.
Like, you could
I'm
run...
fine with Rotom Wash learning it.
Okay. But that is, like, our backup plan if we find Armaldo with Rapid Spin isn't working.
Yeah.
Coolest thing about Rapid Spin, though, is that, like, Marlon, you probably noticed, but Steve, I'm not sure if you would. They actually buffed Rapid Spin.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Rapid Spin also it removes hazards and gives you +1 speed.
Oh. Okay.
Which kind of makes sense with, like,
Yeah.
the move, because you're spinning so fast, it's like, alright, now you go up one.
Yeah, like, it would remove, like, the spike attacks or
Yep.
stealth rock or whatever.
Stealth Rock
yeah.
spikes, Toxic Spikes, Sticky Web.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, it makes Rapid Spin even more viable.
Yeah.
Which also means Armaldo is very slow. It's got a base 45, but it doesn't hurt to be a little faster.
Yeah.
It never does, unless you're in Tripper. Then whoops.
Whoopsie doodles.
Kind of like this team. I'm very excited for it. I know it's not even my team, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it seems interesting, at least.
Its biggest downfalls are going to be, like, the first mon, though, that I look at, and I'm like, if we have to switch out a mon, it's Persian. Because I think that... Or, like... You could... Like, actually... Realistically speaking, at any point you could swap Glaceon for Umbreon. You could also take Melodic, y'all planning out a team for BDSP battling. We were talking about Melodic for in the Rotom Wash slot, but I kind of am the one to suggest a Rotom Wash because, like, I do like the idea of it pivoting, and we're gonna run a little bit of a gimmicky Will-O-Wisp Hex set, but also for Miss Magius. Miss Magius is gonna have Hex as well. Because I think Rotom Wash and Miss Magius have better synergy together than, like, Melodic and Miss Magius would. Personally, at least. This could be interesting, because if we were to move Persian off the team, there are other mons we could do. But then again, I kind of like the normal type in that spot with the way we're doing this team. Just because Persian and Miss Magius kind of help each other. Oh, you're going for a normal move? Get fucked, we have a ghost type. Oh, you're going for a ghost move? Get fucked, we have the normal type. I just hope they don't predict you, you know?
Yeah. Just have to have Five Brain.
Yeah. It is great when you're in a battle with someone, and then after the battle, they're like, why are you in my head? I did that in one of my more recent draft leagues to someone, like, I think, like, in a playoff game, where I just predicted everything they did correctly.
Nice.
then because it's like what I thought the right play would be to do, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna click this because you're doing this, and I was right every time. Which it doesn't normally happen. Like usually there's a few like predictions that go wrong because of that. But it is nice when you actually predict well for once. Because I don't do that very often.
No, you got 5 brain.
Me? I don't know about that.
You legally have the brain cell right now.
Oh right, I did book it this weekend. Oh, that's why I was able to do this.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't have the brain cell right now. That's why I'm not able to contribute.
True. He gets it.
You get it.
Oh, we get
You
it.
know,
Sorry about that.
I feel like this is almost viable, but running a baby team in BDSP,
The baby team?
because like they give you like Jirachi and Manaphy so early on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could run like, I guess those two because they're technically baby Pokemon, right? They count, I think.
Typically no. But
Really?
yeah, because the baby Pokemon are the Pokemon that have like 3 stages, and they
Oh.
were added like Pichu.
Wait, what about Fion? I feel like Fion should count.
Yeah, Fion sucks. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, Fion sucks, but you can run
Yeah.
Fion, it'd be fun.
Fion's in the
Yeah,
nicest
like-
way possible. Fion is worse than Manaphy. Everything.
I know.
I'm gonna go to bed. See you next week. See you, and Dorsey. Thank you for hanging out, my man.
Bye.
Hope you has yourself a nice sleep. I want to look up. I know Fion's base stats are not good.
No, they're terrible. It's absolutely the worst Pokemon.
It is base 80 across the board, which is not great. That means it does nothing well.
Yeah.
I have a lot of hobbies.
Oh, I mean, like you could run Fion, Munchlax. What else? Just make some awful team. See what happens. You know. See how far you can get with it.
That'd be funny. If you won a single battle, you're a god.
Yeah.
What else could you run on that team? Just a nerfed Manaphy? Yeah, exactly. It's just worse Manaphy in every way.
Yeah.
It's like, Manaphy's kind of good.
Got it back.
Let's make a way worse one.
I wish that Manaphy technically counted as a baby, but I guess. makes
Manaphy, I
sense.
don't think so. So, like, I never thought of them as babies because they're mythicals.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's stop.
I mean,
I
they're
see how
cute.
that.
Very cute. I would definitely give one a hug. I've seen. Miguel Angel said, "I've seen it used, but I don't remember how they did it. Basically, have to have a team around it. Like, okay. So realistically speaking, does it get tail glow?
Does it get what?
Tail glow.
What?
It's a setup move.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear what you said.
Tail glow. No, it doesn't get tail glow. That's like one of the best things about Manaphy.
Oh, well, shit.
No, yeah, Kill
Yeah.
said no. Imagine though, I was like, yeah, you could make something work if it has. How the hell
No.
do you make this Pokemon usable?
How do you
It-
make it, like, yeah.
So
Wait,
its abilities. The only ability it gets is hydration.
wait for me then.
If it has a status effect and Rain dances up, it gets healed. That's the. It's just such a
Yeah.
bad.
Imagine though.
Oh, what could you do? Like, I
Here
don't
we
know
go.
what it can do.
I have a question. Do you know what the mysterious shards are?
What is it called?
I've been getting those a lot.
I need to go to the restroom again.
Mysterious shards?
Yeah, in the underground.
Goodness, he joined me.
It says that they can be exchanged for slates.
He joined me.
Slates?
I don't know what a
He
slate is.
just joined me.
Oh, the shards. Yeah, they're pieces of
Oh, are those for
the
the
slates
plates?
that buff they buff whatever type they are.
Yeah, so
Oh.
they're
Yeah.
also the ones used for Arceus
Thank you.
Gotcha.
to change his typing, I
I'll play
believe.
with it, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
I think they're usually called plates, but it's weird that they refer to it as slates.
Yeah. It might be a Europe thing.
Oh, totally fair.
It might be yeah.
Yeah, I
localization
didn't. I
thing.
honestly didn't check like where that was. It was I just saw
Yeah.
the term. People in Europe also speak English.
No way.
Sometimes, not always.
No, English does not exist outside of America.
America.
It didn't come from England. It came from America. That's why we call it American.
You know what was funny? This credit goes all the way to Pi, because Pi's the one I think who told me it. But she took it from another comedian, so take that as you will. She was like, the reason, like, there was a comedian that had a joke of why we dropped the letter U from so many words from English.
Yeah.
It's like, just picture, like, England and the US having a conversation. England goes, why do you keep dropping U out of all these words? Like, armor, you know, all the words that have the U they just drop out of, because I just forgot all of them in a matter of seconds. And the US looks at England and says it's because they're trying to get rid of you.
Oh, I see how that works. It's pretty tricky.
No, I'm just- I like that.
That is
Tricky,
too, actually.
tricky.
Yeah. I kind of like that.
Being the big funny.
You're a big fun now.
Pet story. Hey, you join Pet Story?
Alright, we are gonna call this episode of the podcast. So thank you guys all for tuning in. I also am not gonna be on like super late tonight because I am on weekend shift right now.
How dare you?
How dare me? Yeah, tell my work, how dare they? Please?
Give it a number. Just use a voicemail. How dare you?
Cool.
So, thank you guys for watching. We will catch you guys next week. I will put the Pickle Weasel and Wickle Peasel in chat, unless Marlon wants to. Nice! Catch you guys next week. Bye!
The second